Good morning. Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Oh man, it was kind of a late one last night, so I was up bright and early again this morning. Hello, everyone. Kelly says she's tired, but she has her coffee. I just finished mine and I just grabbed some water with electrolytes, so try to get myself revved up. I have a huge day today, work-wise after we're done with this, so very good. Hello, everybody. It's so good to see you all in the chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're watching this later and you're part of my replay crew, hello, thank you. I'm so glad that you're here and that you can catch it later. Let me see real quick. I gotta fix a little something here on my technical side. I think I got it. Okay. Maybe. Alrighty. All good. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have to fix a little something over here. Let's see. Oh, it's afternoon in Germany. Hello. Let's see. So, who all stayed up to check out the first collaboration last night? It's Pink Fresh Studio. Super exciting. If you picked up the stamp set, I would love to know. Let me know in the chat if you got that. Oh, Marie, thank you. Oh my gosh, we have a couple of people here from India. That is awesome. Welcome. I just saw the second one. Good morning, Tina. Hello. Jessie says she did. Awesome. I'm just going to give a little reminder. First up, I haven't designed the card yet. I have it in my head. We'll see how that translates to paper. I dropped the products that I'm most likely using down in the comments. If anything changes, if I add anything, I will add that as soon as the live is over. I've also listed links to STAMPtember. I've listed a link to the Pink Fresh Studio exclusive that's available today. I checked right before the live and it was still available, so hopefully it will last for a little bit for whoever wants to get that. I will throw up a little picture here to show you the card I created with this. It's this beautiful floral with sentiments. So good. I really loved this one. I did not use the coordinating die. I looked this morning and I don't think the die is still available. You guys, I know it was a free gift with purchase. It is Heidi from Simon Says Stamp. It is her birthday today. So definitely just wanted to give that a little shout out there that she was offering the die as a free gift with that purchase while supplies last. And I know they don't usually do as many dies, but as you can see, I guess I took it down, I didn't use the die, and I think you can create beautiful cards without it. Now I want to mention, because I saw this in my YouTube comments this morning, somebody said, I'm trying to think of what die, or what stamp set rather, I could use to do the same technique. And you guys, any kind, especially a floral, any kind of floral stamp set, think Altenew, Pink Fresh, Simon has some great ones. All kinds of florals are going to work with this same technique. So while yes, this video did showcase this particular stamp set, this is going to work with lots of things that you probably already own. Let me see. I have a few notes before we get started. First thing, Simon Says Stamp is going live at noon Eastern. So they will be showing all kinds of inspiration. I'm sure Heidi's going to, it's her birthday, so she'll talk about probably that a little bit. She's going to show probably the collaboration. I don't know. Sometimes she sneaks some future collaborations, but she may not. I really have no idea. So definitely head over to the Simon Says Stamp YouTube and Facebook to check that out at noon Eastern. That's the first thing. Second thing, I'm sorry, but there's not going to be a live here on my channel next week. I am going to be gone a good portion of the week, and it's just not going to be feasible because I also have football games to go to and stuff. So no live next week. I hope by doing 2 lives this week, it kind of makes up for the fact that I won't be here next week. So there is that. But I'm still going to have at least one video every day. It's kind of crazy. I have a lot of stuff next week. There's going to be a couple days with multiple videos, so crazy. Lots and lots of good releases. So you can always look forward to that. Tim Holtz has a live tomorrow. I believe that also is at noon Eastern. And as soon as Tim is live, or I'll probably wait a little after, my video is going to go live with the products he's showcasing. So it's Holiday Ranger, brand new products. Really, really excited. I have those in-house, so that video will go up tomorrow afternoon. Yay! That's always fun. Tim does amazing lives. Let me see. Oh, my 2 other notes. So the craziness continues. Monday, I have 2 edited videos, plus there'll be the exclusive one that comes out the night before. But Pink Fresh kept having to move the release back. It was supposed to have been a different day, so it shouldn't have been this day, but it is. Pink Fresh's holiday release. If you caught my Pink Fresh live with Jeff on their channel from last Saturday, we sneak peeked the holiday release. That collection is going to be available on Monday. Also, the Hero Arts My Monthly Hero goes live on Monday at noon Eastern, 1 Eastern. All these different times. It's hard for me to remember. Excuse me. So lots of brand new stuff coming, and I will tell you the My Monthly Hero is one of my favorites. I love, love, love it. Okay, I'm going to take a quick look at the comments and make sure that there is nothing I need to answer really quick. Oh, good. A lot of people says that they got the stamp set. Rebecca says she made it to 10:45 last night and was out like a light. It's hard for me. I'm an early to bed, early to rise kind of person. So this month is always kind of hard for me. If I have huge bags under my eyes, that's why. I'm tired. Let me see. Good morning, everyone. I thought I saw a question, and I want to grab those before I get into making my card. Good morning. Hello, hello. Yes, Julie said she just ordered and the die was not included, so it's a good thing. Yes, it is. Extra Nichol for the week, Kelly says yes. Kelly has a question about what she thinks the Tim Holtz will be. That's probably a good guess. I think he sneaked that with the Halloween. He told you it was coming. So yes, be excited. It's fantastic. Yes, let's see. And yes, Christine, I am super busy. This is always just a busy time of the year because so much holidays coming out. And Lawn Fawn and Mama Elephant are coming too soon. So it's just a lot. But that, I think, will be the next week. So we should be pretty good. There's going to be lots of sneaks and stuff coming into that. Yes. Jessie B wants to know, where do you get your water brushes? Are you talking about the brushes that I use that you can fill with water? I get those from Simon. Kelly said yes, he did tell us it was coming. Yeah, I actually rewatched his video. It's been a few days ago where he did the Halloween release. And he did say that. So I felt comfortable being able to say that. That's about all I can say. Let me see. Okay. Right. So there's a lot going on. I know you guys have other lives you probably want to catch. I know some of you are watching from work. Thank you guys. I love you. So let's go ahead and get started making our card. I am going to switch my camera around. Let me fix my little chat here. And here we go. All right. So this card is going to have a little dry time. So I am probably going to start with a background first. I did not have an overwhelming amount of requests for one particular product from STAMPtember. So I've made a list of everything people asked for. It will either come in the form of a live or a regular edited video at some point, either later this month or next. So the thing I probably got asked for the most was showing how to foil sentiment strips. that is going to be one of the big parts of this video. And then I did pick a couple things that people requested from my September 1st video, which is, let me see if I can grab them. Where did I put them all? Which is the, let me get the exact name, Slimline Snowbanks. So there was a request for that, which is going to be this die, this die. There's a little, oh, here it is, a little individual tree and 2 snowbanks. So this is a September 1st Simon Says stamp set, which I think this is amazing because I think it can be used for a lot of different things. So we're basically going to be doing an all die cut card today with a little foiling, no stamping. So there's that. Guess I could leave it on there. And then we're going to be using this, the neighborhood set, because I thought these would be really cute together. And we're going to just be coloring those in with Copic markers. I did stamp everything on, or stamp. How about die cut everything from white today for truly customization. Now I am going to throw a picture up here. When I picked this stuff, we're going to do something similar to this card I did last year for Hero Arts. This is one of probably the most popular cards I did holiday wise last year. People love that. And so, oops, zoom in, zoom out. And I thought it would be fun to kind of replicate it with some different products. Okay, I just saw a question. Where do we see sneak peeks of the, I'm not sure. Oh, collabs, I bet that is what that's supposed to say. There are no sneak peeks of collabs. They are not sneaked at all. In fact, I'm just going to talk about that. They're not going to be sneaked at all until midnight. Now, I know I told you guys in the premiere for my video last night, if you look a few minutes prior to midnight Eastern, a lot of times they will be available. You may still see that little graphic that says coming soon, I think that's what it says, or whatever. But it's the Simon graphic, and it says that it's just the thing. We can't show you a sneak of it or anything like that. You're going to have to wait till midnight. But if you, generally a few minutes before, it will go live. So click on the little collab picture close to midnight, and it will pop up if it's available for sale. Because I know, like Kelly and I talked about it during the premiere chat last night, that it was already there. Okay, let's go back to my photo. So this is the Hero Arts card that's going to kind of inspire today. If you ever are feeling like you don't know what to do, you can always be inspired. Gosh, I just keep zooming in and out. I don't mean to do that. You can always be inspired by things you've already made. So image coming soon. Thank you, Christine. That's what it says. I couldn't remember what it was. And the Ink and Garden Spot said, yes, she saw it last night at 11:51. A lot of times they will put it up just a little ahead of time. So we are going to start by building our background for this. And I am going to move these out of the way real quick. And you can see I've die cut everything from white cardstock, and it kind of just stuck in there, which is great. I'm going to leave it there for the time being. I've prepped my background. So I did grab a Slimline card base. I I trimmed a little white background, which is what we're going to ink. And then we've got some snowy borders that are going to be to build our card. And we're going to do our inking first, and then we got to do a little stenciling. We're going to use a little grit paste. We're also going to use this previously released large falling snow stencil. This is from last year's STAMPtember, I believe. And we're going to do the background and let it dry while we do some coloring for our cute little village. And you can even ink up your village with inks if you wanted to. I just decided I think I'm going to do Copic coloring today. I think. That's what I did for last year's. I guess I could do something different for this one. Jessie B wants to know if I design stamps. I do not. I do have a coordinating sentiment stamp set that goes with my Spellbinders collection, but I do not design stamps. Anna wants to know, will it be every day for the whole month of September, the limited editions? Yes. And I'm going to tell you that there are a couple days that there is more than one collab. And then some days there's going to be things like limited edition kits. The Halloween kit, for example, will have its own day, things like that. So there's going to be a few little things like that spread throughout the month. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to Simon Says Stamp. Make sure that you are subscribed to my blog, because everything will kind of run through that. You'll get an email from me because I will be posting about all of that stuff each and every day. And that is the best way. Definitely Simon. Make sure you sign up to be notified or to get their emails, because you will get that email right when the things go live. And that way you don't miss things. Christine wants to know if there's covers for the new Simon blender brushes. There are plastic covers. Someone did ask me about if they're hard to go back on, and I will be honest, I did not keep mine. For me, they were in the way, but they do have covers and you can use those. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Yes, Christine said she thought she saw a clear cover. They do come with clear covers. The Ink and Garden Spot says she always loves the Halloween limited edition. Yes, I have that in-house. I'm really excited about that. I am using the new Simon Says Stamp saturated inks for my background this morning. So this is my favorite. I think I mentioned this on Wednesday's live. This is SEAFOAM. So that's the lightest color. And then I am going to use, I think we'll start with Ocean. I don't know if I'll use Surf or not. But we're just going to try to build up. I'm not going all the way to the bottom because a lot of that's going to be covered. So we'll just take the Ocean ink then and blend that in to the SEAFOAM. So the hero card I did, that's kind of my inspiration for this one, was more of a dark blue, plus I stamped that. That was a background stamp, not inking. That was more of a traditional royal blue color. In fact, I think it was Blue Hawaii Reactive ink from Hero Arts, if I remember correctly. So this is going to be a little bit more of an aqua-ish background. And as I'm doing this, I'm starting to think I might ink up my houses instead of coloring them. That might be kind of fun and a good way to showcase these Simon Says Stamp inks. So there's kind of my background, and I like that. I think that looks good. I think we're going to leave that as is. So that is SEAFOAM and Ocean. These are the two inks that I am using for that. Let me see if there are any. Tracy says she ordered the small brushes for her distress inks, but she has the tailored expressions for the oxides. Yes, that is awesome. And that is such a good point too. Don't use your same brushes for oxides that you use for your dye inks, because they are not the same property. And so I have a separate set as well that I use for my oxide inks, and I do not mix the two. Yeah, these new inks are dye inks. Ziamara says her favorite colors. Let me see. Gina Johnson says, have you used Catherine Pooler inks? And no, I haven't, so I cannot tell you that. But someone in my Wednesday live said they thought that they were similar. Yes, Christine, these are dye inks. Jessie says, can you do a storytelling Halloween slimline card sometime? Yes, I'm sure I probably can. MJ Chang, you are not late. Hello. Thank you. Linda says she loves the dies I designed for Spellbinders. Thank you, guys. Christine wants to know if the new Simon Says Stamp inks are water reactive. No, they are not water reactive, but you can watercolor with them, but they are not reactive inks. So now that we have our background, we're going to take this large falling snow stencil. So this is a lot like my stencil that I share, the dot stencil that I used in Wednesday's live and also for the Pink Fresh collab. It's well loved. You can see it's got, I tried whatever I used with this last, I tried to get off, but it is well loved. That's the great thing about stencils though. They might look kind of yuck, but they're still good. All right. Let's see. Zara wants to know, can you use the same brush for dye and pigment ink? I would not. I have a white, I don't use a ton of pigment ink other than oxides, and oxides have their own brushes. But the only pigment ink I use a blender for is white, and I have a brush specifically for that. So no, I wouldn't use the same. Let me see. Debbie wants to know if I replace my Copic nibs with the smaller ones, and I have not. I have thought about it. In fact, I bought a package probably 3 years ago, and I've never even replaced them. So I guess I could, but I just don't. I haven't replaced them yet. Falling Snow, Scrap That Mars says is her favor of all stencils. And Falling Hearts. Me too. Me too. Okay, I really need to probably put something on top of this grit paste to make sure it stays moist, because I haven't used it in a while and I'm surprised it's so good. But we are just going to kind of go in. I have this palette knife, this plasticky one from Simon. I'm sure I got it in a kit at some point. And we just want to kind of go in. I want this to be kind of messy. I mean, not messy, but I don't want it to be perfect smooth. So, but you really want to make sure there's not a ton of excess. Let me put that back in the jar. I love the grit paste because in real life it's going to have some grit to it. Ooh, I love that against the blue. What do you guys think? Now I'm going to move this real quick. And if there's any here along the top that kind of hang off, I usually just kind of run my finger and pick that up. But I love a little falling snow. Oh, Pixieland Craft says it's her first live. So glad she caught it. I am too. If you guys are new here and this is your first live, drop me a 1 in the chat and let me know. I love seeing all of our new first times. Yes, press and seal. Thank you. That just went by in the chat. Gina mentioned that. Press and seal is what you put over the top of your pastes and things like that to kind of help keep it so they don't dry out. Okay, I'm not disappearing, but I'm going to go run and stick this in water so that I can clean it later. I just don't want it to dry on here. So hold on 1 second. I really didn't want to leave a dish of water in here. I was super afraid I'd spill it everywhere. All right, so while that's drying, which it shouldn't take it too terrible long. Oh my goodness, I have so many first time. Yay! Thank you guys. Sandy says it's her first live, but she watches many of my videos. Thank you. Linda says she doesn't even own one Copic. I can believe it. You definitely do not need to have them. You can color with anything. You guys, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to switch it up since that hero card featured Copics. I'm thinking it might be kind of fun to color these with the mini blending brushes and the new Simon Says Stamp ink pad colors to do a little ink blending instead. Just for something different. Especially, I did link to that video down in the description so you can see that the steps for that, but I really think it might be nice, and I'm just going to grab my small blending brushes here that coordinate. I think it might be nice to do something different and to really showcase all the inks. I didn't get to use the oranges in my live the other day, but I did use them for other cards, and they're really pretty. So just a little bit different design. I always like to mix it up. I was inspired by my other card, but yes, everyone says use inks. Yes, okay, good. Thank you guys. Thanks for encouraging me. And Created by Zoe wants to remind everyone, please give a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff is so important, and I appreciate you guys so, so much. So the first thing I do think for my snowbanks here, and I'm going to grab a different cloth because that one has some grit paste on it and I don't want to get that on anything or on my ink pads. I'm just going to make sure this doesn't have too much ink on it. I think for the snowdrifts, we're going to do a little seafoam. Let me grab my little tool. This is the Pawsitively awesome little tool here from Simon. And I know I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. What's great is you can put your ink pad on here, and when you go to ink it up, it's not going to slide all over like it would if you have to hold on to it if it's on your glasswork mat or whatever. So it's awesome. Anyway, I think we're just going to give our snowbanks a teeny tiny bit of, oh my gosh, my silly chat just stopped again. Yay! Doris just made it. Hello. Tracy says the Copic bullet nibs, oh, and there it went, are stiffer than the brush nibs. And she thinks it's the nib that comes on the original Copic. Yeah, I'm using the original nibs. Oh, good. And somebody must have asked, yes. Okay. Rita Maria Castillo said, will the new foam ink pads come out in cubes? Not at this time. And that is true. That has probably been one of the most asked questions. Kelly, thank you for answering that. Heidi said in her live on Wednesday that not right now, because I did say I would get back to you on that. So thank you for asking. Not currently, but they will consider it. I would imagine it's one of those things that if you guys want it and enough people want it, and you request it from them, that's something that they will consider. So I always say you don't know until you ask, and they're looking for that feedback from all of us. So if that is something you're super interested in, never be afraid to reach out and just say, hey, I would love to see, you know, mini ink cubes in the future or whatever. It's not a guarantee, but it's always nice. I mean, there's no harm in asking. So I gave my snowbank just a little bit of seafoam. Let's find a safe place to put that. Let's do our other one. So I used both of these snowbank dies to die cut this. The width of the die is 7.5 inches, which is about well, it's an inch smaller than a slimline card. So that's why my background is quite a bit smaller, which I like because I think it's going to give us a nice border all the way around. All right, let me see. What is the grid on the right side of your mat? If you mean this, that is just part of this Tim Holtz glass mat. You can kind of use it for a palette or whatever, but it's all flat. Oh, Cajun Pride says, your videos have helped my sanity during this time. I'm so glad. Yes, this is just a safe, happy place where we create cards. That's what I call this. Linda says, prayers for all in Ida's path. I would like to second that. Hope everyone is staying safe and dry. Oh, yeah, Cajun Pride said it could be a few weeks before there's power, water, sewage, all energy, all of that stuff. So yes, I'm praying for all of you and keeping you all in my thoughts. Sleepless for Way Too Long says, if she had a limited budget, what would be the must-have ink colors? Do you mean from this release or in general? I would say that just varies because everyone's favorite colors are different, and so I never want to tell you what I think or what I love, because it may not be the same. But if it's just in general, a good black ink for, if you like alcohol inks or alcohol markers like Copics, something for that, and a good black ink and an embossing ink. From this release, she says. From this release, I would say the aquas and the reds are my, it's hard for me to say. The aquas are my very, very favorite, but that's just because I'm always drawn to aqua. It really depends on what your favorite color is. Yes, Pixieland Craft says the Tim Holtz glass mat is awesome and easy to clean up. Let me fix something here in the chat that keeps happening. All right, so for the houses, I'm probably going to get rid of windows because I really don't want to ink those up, I don't think. I don't really know what I'm going to do. Maybe I didn't plan this out very good ahead of time. Oh, whoops. Dropped something. I'm going to hold on to this door. Let's go ahead and use our glass mat as a place to store all the things. I'm going to poke out all the windows. I guess in case I want to use them later. I don't know that I would. I'd probably die cut it again and ink the whole thing with yellow. I don't know. My favorite colors from this, I'm still thinking about that, by the way, what my favorite colors are. So my very, very favorite colors from this are Seafoam, Blush, Sunbeam, and Perfection. These are my four favorite colors, but I do like that there's a gradient of colors and that you can, you know, kind of light to dark. Paula has full set syndrome. We have full set syndrome here for sure, yes. Okay, so I have to say I purchased a full set of these ink pads as a gift. And I think I'm going to get another set as a gift to give away during my Handmade Holiday series in October. So I'm excited about that. Anna has a good suggestion. She says a light and medium of each color. That is a good suggestion. So this is Blush, and we're going to start with Blush, and we're just going to start coloring our houses here. Because I'm using this glass mat, I would say that I would for sure make sure and wipe it clean if you're doing the same after you ink up each little house, because you don't want to transfer color from one area to another. So that is my house. I think we'll do tone on tone. I have not really decided. That's going to be the roof for that house. We'll come back to that in a minute. How about that? These little mini ink blending brushes are so good. See, and these windows kind of stuck. I probably should have run this through again. Let me see. Christine says you need a silicone mat to hold the pieces so you don't get so inky. Yeah, probably. I don't really mind, I guess. Wash my hands a lot. It might be easier to use some tape. I really didn't plan this ahead too far in advance, guys. I thought I was going to color with Copic, so the way I had it was okay, but I changed my mind. Yeah, these windows are not going to be salvageable because they were stuck. Probably should have run that through again. Let's grab some tape. That's a good suggestion. So we're just going to do this. And I think we're going to take the lightest orange color, which is called Peachy. And that's not inky at all. Let me see if I... Oh, a silhouette mat might be easier to hold the tiny bits. I don't think... Actually, I did buy one. I haven't cut with my silhouette machine in so long. And I actually had to make something for my son's locker, football locker. And yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. And so I had to go out and buy one. So I probably do have one somewhere, but I already put it back away. I just don't die cut with it very often anymore. So that's the peachy color. I love the peachy color. I thought it was really pretty. And that's probably my favorite. I say that. I'm probably going to say that all the time. And like I said, I have really no super plan here, so things may not go quite as, you know how it goes when you're live. Who knows how it's going to turn out? Real-time process, Kelly says. Exactly. Okay, I'm not sure what... I'm probably missing some... Oh, the waffle flower blending mat. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I even have one, you guys. Where did it go? Here we go. We're going to get the little mini one out. Thank you, Kelly. See, this is the benefit of crafting live. I might not have even... I would never have thought of that today. Too tired. Yay. Thank you, thank you. Let's do this. This is going to be so much better. See? We're all crafting together. I love it. All right, here is our next little guy. Just going to pop out our windows and our door. I do want to keep my door. Let's put that there. In fact, there. I'm going to end up with so many little pieces everywhere. We're just going to vacuum later. I threw those on the floor. All right, we're going to do, I think I'm going to do Sunbeam. This is the mid-tone color from the yellows, not the lightest. I know I've been using some of the lightest, but twists and turns, Christine says. Yes, in creativity. The house do have a stencil available. I haven't really looked at it, to really be super honest. So I don't know exactly how that works. I would have to look at it. I considered so many different ways of doing this. At first I thought, well, I'll just die cut them all from different colors cardstock, and then I thought, well, I'll just do Copic markers, very much inspired by my last year's card. And then I think it's more fun to try something different today, so that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to end up needing more trees. In fact, I might wait to color those. And you definitely don't have to use them in the order given. I'm just going to, let's pop out some of these, and we probably won't we may use all of these, we may not. I may have to die cut some more. I'm going to get a whole bunch of these out here though. Now this house, it looks a little different. I think I'm not going to use that one. That one's the one that comes with the SNOWBANKS set. I think we're just going to use these. And then the one that probably is the church, we are going to use that one. I'm just going to pop all these out. And this I don't think die cut very good. No, it didn't. So I may die cut that again. All right. Let me see. In fact, let's just move those pieces there. This is going to be a puzzle to put back together, I'm afraid. Anna says it's too much work cutting them in different colors of cardstock. It is a lot of work, and I have done it many times because I think I'm just a little crazy like that. Oh, the Altenew silicone mat is nice. Oh, that's a good idea too. I haven't seen that one. Let me see. I forget about these waffle flower mats. This is the mini size one. There's a bigger one as well. And I love them. I don't know why I always forget because I think they're amazing. I'm going to take Perfection. This is my favorite green. And I'm going to go ahead and ink these up. We may have to do a couple more in a little bit, but that's okay. Because I like my villages to have lots of trees. And I just die cut one of each from that Snowbanks set. And let me see. So I want to do Pucker. This is going to be the more reddish color, and I think we're going to do this one right here. I just want to get an assortment of houses, and then we'll put our little village together. And I decided to leave the windows in. I'll pop them out here in a little bit. Oh, that's a nice red. If you saw my live Wednesday, we did use that color, and it's definitely going to be your closest to red, so I'm going to set it right here next to that one. Our cheek, oh, I did not use Cheeky. I used Blush. I wondered why that was so dark. I meant to use Cheeky. Oops. Well, that's okay. It happens. Blush is actually the mid-tone color. Cheeky's the lightest one. That's the one I meant to use, but hey, real time. Oh, Lori says she was watching my Pink Rush video. Thank you. Pieces all over the place. Yes, there's no wind. Oh, good. Lori said live now and jumped on. Tracy Daisy says, do you have an Instagram account where you show your quilts? No, I just put, anything I share is going to come through my my regular account, and I am going to be sharing a picture of a quilt. It'll be a little bit. It will be a little later today, but I did finish one, and I'm gifting it to someone, and so I can share it. I can share it a little bit later. It is one I've made before, but I always love to share it. And then I also got my, if you follow me and saw I did a Stars and Stripes quilt, it's back from the quilter and I just have to add binding. So I will probably do that at some point this weekend. I didn't get it done last weekend. This is a little darker orange, or yes, this is grapefruit. Ooh, I like that one too. I don't think I've used grapefruit yet. All right, I need to get a move on. Stop chatting so much. I'm going to use Surf for some blue. Let's do this house down here in Surf. That probably had some ocean on it, it looks like, but that's okay. It might be, we'll put it in the front row so it doesn't overlap the sky too much. Let me see. Oh, my chat stopped. Loved your fall video and that you broke out into watercoloring. Thank you, Jessie. Tracy says she's a quilter too. The Ink and Garden Spot says, when do you sleep? I actually get a lot of sleep. Most of the time. The last few nights, not as much as I normally would like. Okay, let's check our background here. Oh, it looks like it's about dry. I'm just going to kind of lay these out. It's about this point in the card making. I don't really want to ink a whole bunch extra. So I want to see what all I have and see what we still need to work on. And I'm basically just going to do like a little rainbow row of buildings. I think we could maybe do one, well, maybe one more. And then some trees for sure. What do you guys think? This is how I usually do my planning. I think so. We're just going to set that aside. I do think I don't love the dark blue I did for that building, so I also already know I need to re-die cut this because it didn't die cut super cleanly. I'm just going to die cut a few more houses real quick. And I think we'll re-ink that with a lighter color. Oh, these die cut so much better. In fact, fallen out. All right, which one was that? It was this guy. We're going to redo him. And I really liked this one as well. The Ink and Garden Spot says you have excellent time management then. Yes. Helena says the blue house could be lighter for sure. It is way, way too dark. I agree. I knew it as soon as I did it that I should have kind of cleaned that brush off first. In fact, that's not the right one. I don't think we're going to use that one. It's this guy. We are going to make sure that this is... Oh yeah, I can already see I got most of that dark off. I thought we would do surf since we used seafoam and ocean for the sky. But let's tap off a bunch of this. There. I just did not want that to be so dark. That is much better, don't you guys think? Let's do this. We're going to get rid of that in the discard pile. Lighter is better. That's going to be so much better. All right, and then I do have this one last little house that we need to fill in somewhere. So I think I did 2 in the red family, 2 in the orange. Maybe we should do 2 in the yellow. And then we have the church, which I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Or the church looking building. It could probably be, well, I really think it has church doors, don't you guys think? I'm just going to pop that there. This is not super clean, but I think it'll be clean enough for today. Let's do the darker yellow. I really like the yellow of this. Although I don't know that it's going to be enough different than the one I already did. Maybe I should try it here. Oh no, it's kind of similar. I don't think I'm going to do another yellow one. Let's go ahead and do that light cheeky color instead. Sorry, I'm kind of talking to myself. Trying to figure out the church in yellow will pop more. I agree. I think we'll do that instead. So let's clean up my little tester. I'm going to do this house in cheeky, which is our lightest red. But I want to make sure that I've cleaned off those darker colors already. This is the peachy color. I call it peachy. It's kind of a peachy red color, and I really, really like it. It's probably my favorite. After the aquas, of course. The aquas are always my favorite. Oh yeah, that looks much better. So we have that guy and that one are keepers. And let's do this is so adorable. I had to get this one. Oh, good. Light yellow, Anna says. I think, yes, Lori has a good suggestion. Gray might be good for the church, but those new inks don't have a neutral set yet. We are going to use some gray because I agree. I think it's going to blend too much into the houses if I do a colorful ink. Christine says she's telling someone else in the chat, Pixie and Crafts, but she says she uses her mini waffle flower mat more than the big one. I would agree with that too. This is the size I use all the time as well. I love the big one, but this little mini one is my favorite. And it is super handy to travel with. All right, I'm going to pop these doors out because I think what we're going to do is I am going to grab just a tiny bit of cleaner maybe, because I really don't want to get color on this. And we're just going to clean up a little spot on our mat. I'll clean it much better later. To add some grays to the church. And we're just going to go ahead and use some just basic gray ink. Let me find them. I think we're just going to use this smoke color and then some slate, which I did not grab. I grabbed the wrong one. All right, I think we're going to use these and our blending brush, which mine has some black on it, but I haven't used it in a little bit. Or not black, a dark gray. All right, for the church, we're going to go light. So I definitely want to tap that off quite a bit because I got way too much ink. And I'm just going to kind of go around the edges, give it that little hint of color. Which I think against the white, yep, you can see that. So there's the church. And then the doors, I'm going to do a darker color. And we're just going to we could probably not even use a darker color, just go with more of the smoke ink and just use a heavier hand. We may try that. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to like that better than the slate. Okay, what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Oh, and Jessica says, wait, hold up, the mat comes in different sizes. Oh my goodness, I'm laughing. That's so funny. Oh my goodness, first time visitor. Hi, Donna. Mary wants to know how most people store their blending brushes. You guys, I think it is all over the place with how people are storing them. I think that everybody stores them a little differently. I can tell you for a fact, I have tried several different ways, and it's been really kind of hard to figure out how to do it. Heidi hinted that they're coming out with something to hold them, so I'm kind of anxiously waiting for that. It'll be maybe a month or two, she said. It just depends. So I'm kind of anxious to see that. Let me see. Susie's going to work on Christmas cards. Marie says working. Marie, I know this seems fun, but me too. I'm going to be editing videos again this weekend. I have to say that's not my favorite thing to do on the weekend, but that's okay. Just this month usually. Before I go too much further, I am going to grab a few more trees. I'm sorry. I wish I'd planned a little bit better ahead, guys. I kind of forgot that I wanted more trees. And then we're going to put our card together in foil. This shouldn't take too much longer. And then who wants to come help me clean up this mess later? Because after the lives, I swear every time I make the biggest mess. And I probably make a mess when I'm regular crafting, but then you bring all the tech stuff in and I cannot believe the size of the mess I have. It stresses me out a little bit. I always have to clean it before I move on. Lori's going to be organizing. Let's see. The Ink and Garden Spot says she uses a favorite coffee cup for her brushes. That's an awesome idea. Let me see. Make It by Marco. Yes, Make It by Marco on Etsy has some awesome holders. Let me see. Kicking back and relaxing, hoping for good weather is what... Oh, well, the chat just went by. Yes, I hope for that too. Staying up until midnight for reveals. I am too. I haven't decided. I'm thinking I might make tonight's video a premiere as well to chat with you guys just because it's weekend. I am not going to be doing that for every evening release, but I will try to do it a little bit as needed. So if you guys want me to, I can. I thought I would probably do it anyway. I'll decide once I see how this afternoon goes. But I thought it would be kind of fun to just pop in and visit a little bit with tonight's release. I think you guys are going to love it. Lots of suggestions for how to hold your brushes. New stencils arriving today. Trying them out, Patricia says. That's so awesome. I do have the Gina K blending brush holders. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you since you guys are asking. So what I don't like, this is great. What I don't like about this is that if this is next to the wall, so are these, and it touches. Now, if you don't have that problem, you're probably fine. I tried this out. I actually have these from the sewing and quilt shop that I use, and I think Tailored Expression has them too, but I've had these for years. I think they just brand them with whatever. I've been storing them in these. I have a few of these because I have them all going one direction. So I can put them on the shelf and there's nothing that's going to be touching either the back of the shelf or the side of the shelf or anything like that. They're all just facing forward. So that's what I'm kind of currently trying out. I don't know if I'm set on anything for sure, but since we're all talking about it, Robin, what time zone are you in? I am Central. All releases are at midnight Eastern. Yes, Linda, for sure. Elizabeth's going to be cleaning her craft room. Yes. Christine, it's not that one. Actually, is not the Tailored Expressions caddy. I'm sure they all source them from the same place. I got mine from Fat Quarter Shop. In fact, it says that on the side because they use them for sewing notions as well. So they probably just found a source and then everybody puts their brand on them. I think that's kind of how that works. Joyce and Christ says her Gina K holder is mounted on a Lazy Susan. That is a great idea. Yes, Christine says she likes it because it holds lots of different tools. And Tailored Expression does have those. So yeah. And they are all about the same price. The Make It by Marco does have all the brushes facing forward. And I have one of those too. I need to find it. I don't know where that disappeared to. All right, let's put this together and foil some sentiments so I can let you guys go so you have time to check out the Simon Says Stamp live if you would like today. I'm just going to put my big snowbank along the bottom. I didn't get color on the roofs of the houses, so I need to do that too. Just realized too much chatting, not enough crafting. I am going to start with my church and some glue and my tweezers. Now you could really get as detailed as you want with these houses. Like you could ink up the windows if you wanted, or color the windows and add those. I don't think that I will. Let me move that out of the way. I do think though adding some of these things down so I don't have to worry about them blowing away. Who mentioned that earlier, that hopes there's not a big gust of wind? Just kind of helps me visualize. A lot of times if I've got a card with tons and tons of little pieces, I want to start putting some of them down so that it helps me visualize and maybe fill in some of those like little holes and things to know where I might need to add more. What do you think I did with the yellow house? Oh, it's over here. I left it on the mat. So I think we're going to kind of center things here. Let's go ahead and put some trees around the church. And really, this is probably one of those things that I'd go back later and add more trees. And I may do that when the live is over, before I photograph and fix my thumbnail here on YouTube and all that good stuff. All right. Darn, my chat stopped again. Let me see if anybody has anything. Just was that emailed? Blowing away, Susie's laughing. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not sure what that meant either. It was probably a typo. Let us know. Yeah, because I can tell already, I think the trees just give it, the little house scene, so much fun, don't you guys? All right. So tell me what your guess is for the STAMPtember reveal. I cannot tell you if you're right or wrong, but I would love to hear what your guess is for what tonight's reveal will be. In fact, give me your guess, and the first person who guesses right after tonight, I will email you, or I'll make sure and find a way to I'll DM you most likely and find out your email address, and I will send you a $25 gift certificate to Simon Says Stamp. How about that? And I'm not going to tell you who's right, but the first person who guesses right is going to get a gift card from me, just for fun. Just a little fun tonight. Dory wants to know if the Simon Says Stamp blending brushes come with the caps. They sure do. Oh, I love seeing all you guys' guesses. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I can't hold on to my tweezers. How much fun. Yes, I'm so excited. All right, think we're gonna do, no, we're not doing that. Couldn't decide if to go back or in front of, but definitely in the back. So my problem with this is I have no idea what roof goes on which building. Oh, Nicole. That's all right. We'll figure it out later. think we're just going to use those, and I feel like we're going to need another one over here, but no, maybe it's just some extra trees. All right. Well, I can tell you this, one of you is right. Yay! I see so many great suggestions. So whoever picked it first will get the gift card from me. It's always so fun having the surprise every day, don't you guys think? I love it. So can you tell me, now my next question is this. Which collab is the one that you are always the most excited for? If you've participated in STAMPtember before, what collab usually is like your favorite? Or if you have a favorite, maybe you don't have a favorite. I always like to know what everybody's favorite is. So maybe put like favorite and then I love seeing all you guys' guesses. Thank you for having fun. I was trying to think of something fun we could do today, so yay. Yes. Oh, I love Scrap that Mar says she loves STAMPtember and Dicember. Yes. Favorites, Lawn Fawn and Honeybee, yes. Concord and 9th, Gina K, yes. Gina K and Lawn Fawn get a lot of love. I see some MFT, Mama Elephant. Oh my goodness, it's flying by. You guys are chatting it up. Lots of comments. Tim Holtz, oh yes, Tim Holtz always gets a lot of love. Okay, so I'll give you one hint. It's not Tim tonight. That's the only thing I'll tell you. His collab usually comes a little later in the month. In fact, I can't even tell you. I would have to look at my schedule when that's planned, but that's the only thing I can say. I cannot wait though. I'm really excited. I will tell you I used some of these inks with the collab again, so I guess I used them for Pink Fresh and I also used them for tonight's. All right. I have to say, we may not foil, or we're going to foil, sorry. I may not add the roofs to my buildings because we are an hour and almost 10 minutes in, and I don't know what I've been doing, chatting, fiddling around with my die cuts. I don't know. So I might just ink those off camera when we're done because I really want to show you the foiling. Because that is the thing that was requested the most. And I tell you what, I've been taking forever today. Sorry. Here I really thought I was going to be super speedy today. And that's not so much. And let's get out my handy dandy acrylic blocks to help hold it all down. Hold down the fort. Oh, good. Dory said that I gave her the final encouragement to order the inks and blue. Mary, they may have released the schedule one year way back when. They no longer do that. It's a surprise every day. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Thank you. I'll be honest, selfishly, I want to be done. So I have maybe a teeny tiny break. Maybe go grab another cup of coffee since it's still technically morning for me. Before the Simon Live, I always like to pop in there and just kind of chat and stuff. So for me, that's completely selfish, and I'd like to get my card finished so that I can have that up and the edited photo and thumbnail and stuff on YouTube. All right, quickly, I am going to move stuff out of the way, and we're going to foil. So foiling, you can use any kind of laminator. In fact, I'm going to ask you guys for your recommendation, honestly. I'm just going to kind of move. Nobody gasp. I made a whole pile. I'll weed through it later. I need recommendations because I actually have the Heidi Swapp Minc. And I'm looking maybe to just buy another laminator. And if you have one that you love, I would love to know what one you use. And the other thing is I'm thinking about getting the small one because this one is huge. And we're going to pop it up here. We're not even going to be able to get the whole thing on camera. So sorry guys. But hopefully good enough. Let's get it heating up. So I just turn it on. I think 2 is probably generally about warm enough. 2 or 3. Maybe we should go. So these are the sentiment strips. These are some of the newest ones. I could not find my reversed Merriest Christmas from STAMPtember right now. That's okay. Because I don't even know if I think it's sold out currently, but I wanted to show you guys. Look at all the different sentiment strips you can get from Simon. So there are a ton. Let me see. Royal Sovereign. The Amazon Basic does it. Good to know. Marie says she has a foil machine and still hasn't used it. Yes, I have not used it enough. I actually foiled some stuff for my son's decorating his locker, and it was fun. Now I want to show you this because this is from last year's video, and it's going to blow the lights, I know. Actually, I know what does this with the lights. I'm so sorry. It's going to be a little dark for a minute because my lights don't like the Minc. I'll turn them back on. But can you see? I foiled the entire sheet in silver and then I just trimmed it apart. So that is a leftover from last year. I just throw them in an envelope. Here is some red. Look at that. The red is so, so pretty. I'm actually going to try, I think, a silver sparkly. I pulled a couple different because I wasn't sure what I wanted. So I have the silver sparkly one from Gina K and then this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab like a reverse sentiment strip, and I think Slimline Christmas is going to be the winner. This is a previously released one. And I already have this trimmed into a strip. So you can trim them apart, foil them separately, or you can leave them full as a sheet like you saw in that other one. We're going to use the Merry Christmas to You. And then I thought from this new one, we might just grab a little strip, and I am going to cut it apart. I don't want to foil the whole sheet today. But like if it, with a lot of them, you can if you want. It's completely up to you. This is my little time saver. So I think this would be cute. Merry Christmas to You, sending love and holiday cheer. So a little old sentiment strip with a little new. How about that? And I'm going to do a full in-depth video. I just thought it would be fun to, since there were so many questions about this in Wednesday's chat. Oh, you can see that my fan's going now that all the lights are off. So I'm simply going to pull out one of these sheets. We need to get a carrier sheet. Ignore the fact that I accidentally foiled the back of this. Sometimes that happens. So just like any foil, the actual foil part is the back. So the shiny part goes up up top. My machine is warm. I'm just going to pop these in. They can go together much closer so we don't waste so much. And then I just place that right over the top. I probably should have placed these a little closer to my smaller carrier sheet. I like to use the smaller one usually. Yeah, I ruined it, so ignore this today. This is the big 12 by 12 guy. I would rather use the small one. And there's going to be so much reflection. Sorry about that again. And then you simply feed it in. If you have a laminator, you probably already know this. If I did not, I'm hoping I got this in here straight. Yep, there we go. And it just goes through slow, 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 and we're gonna wait. Okay, let me grab the chat since I I was paying attention. Yes, you can foil these. It's my favorite thing about these sentiment strips is that you can foil them. It truly is. What is wrong with the Minc? Nothing is necessarily wrong with it. I actually just kind of want to know if any of the other laminators are a little smaller. This one's great for those big projects, but I would love a smaller one for on camera. And it's huge. It is. This is huge to store. And if you're going to be foiling small things, like when I foiled some big things for decor, it's fine. But for this, I want a smaller one. So that's why I'm asking. The mini is a lot smaller, Christine says. So maybe I just need to get the mini. Lori says, we are so feeling your vibe. I think it's the tired vibe. Oh, my Tooties one says, where did you get the carrier sheets? You can buy them from anywhere that sells the machine usually. I mean, Amazon probably has them. Simon I think they still do. I'm not sure. I will look. All right. Let me turn this guy off. I hope these foiled good. And I'm going to turn my lights back on real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's just too big of a power draw and it makes all my lights go wonky. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love it. Look at that. So that's just the black text foiled on the white. So it's not quite as impressive as, ta-da! Merry Christmas to you. And you can see all the little sparkle in it. So this one's super sparkly. I love it. So that's going to be white text against silver. It's just a really fun, the light, and these lights are probably too bright. It looks a little, there we go. And it adds a fun touch of sparkle. So there's that one, and then our little white one. And you can do it in any color. I'm going to show you all of these again. So just like, here's a flat silver that doesn't have sparkles in it. And then the red. I don't know if I have any others already foiled. But it's just a really fun way to customize your sentiment strips, because here's how they look, and then you run them through a foiling machine. Sparkle without the mess of glitter. Bunny, I love that. Okay, so this is my real-time demo of this. I'm going to do an in-depth video since you guys really asked for a lot of that. Let's get this big, big machine out of the way now. But really, there's nothing wrong with my Minc. It just is huge. And for demo, I really wanted a smaller one. So I'm going to have to go back and look through all of your comments and see what everyone says. Yes, Leanna says, have you looked at the mini? I have not, but I think that's probably what I was leaning towards. Oh my gosh, so many people said they have it. A longer carrier sheet and cut it down. Oh, that's a good idea. Marie wants to know if I'm using stamps or dies tonight. There's some of both on tonight's card. Oh, typing paper as a carrier. It's the little things. You know what? I think I knew that way back when, and I never think of it. Thank you so much. This is why I love our chats. Okay, so what I would do now, and now I have stuff and that darn Minc, Ginorma Minc in the way, is trim it down and probably pop it up with a little foam adhesive. Let's go ahead and do all of this. But I love the color because I think black would be really harsh on this. But this is really cute. And where's my card? Oh, here. So you can see that this is pretty small. I'm going to mat it on something because I think that's way, way, way too much white space. And then I'm going to pop these up in place. And I'm going to add the roofs and all of that. But I think we've seen enough ink blending, or not even ink blending, inking for the day. So I will do that as soon as we're done chatting. All right, let me see. Does anyone have any questions? Lots of good suggestions. I'm going to go back and read all of these. Christine says she highly recommends the mini Minc. Okay. Parchment paper as a carrier sheet. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many good suggestions. Thank you. Lori says I'm going to need 20 or 30 minutes to put everything away. Yes, probably. Oh, thank you. Bunny says she loves these live streams for who don't have Facebook. Okay, so here's a funny story. I don't really love Facebook. I use it, but everything is mostly automated. I just don't use it very good. I hope that's... I've thought about trying to stream on both, but I'm not exactly sure how. So that's the next thing I'll figure out, because some of you probably use Facebook a lot. Oh, it's the Little Things in Card Making says she finds that the plastic carrier sheets adds more static, which can add overfoiling. Typing paper lessens that. That is so good to know. Thank you. YouTube is better than Facebook. I love YouTube. YouTube's my favorite platform, so yes. Joyous in Christ wants to know what's the difference between old and new. Simon says stamp ink. Biggest difference, since I have two ink pads out, let me switch my camera, I'll show you. This smoke ink, this is a felt ink pad. They are both dye ink, so that's a felt pad. I'll just leave that off. And then we're gonna grab this. This is the, oh my gosh, this is foam. This is felt. What did I just say? I hope I said this is felt. So that's felt, this is foam. So it's just a different ink pad, and these are saturated inks. They are both dye inks. So that's really the biggest difference. There you can kind of see. Foam on the right, felt over here on the left. Tracy says she prefers YouTube. Lori, I don't know what I'm doing on Facebook. I don't even know why I can't figure it out. I'm not. My kids are always laughing. I don't even know what boomer means, but that's what they call me. So, Cece, is it Maine, says I don't like Facebook. Pink Fresh, is that the suggestion for, I'm not sure what that is. You said it right. Yes, I love it. Oh, prefer foam. I have to say, foam is lovely, lovely. Really nice. I actually really like it too, so I'm very excited about these ink pads. Not a fan. Susie's not a fan. Yes. I will say that some companies I have found have been that the foam can be really, really juicy, and so it can make a mess. I have not found that with these at all, so that's one of the things I love. Scrap that, Mars says baby boomer. Anita, I believe Heidi said that there will be refills for the new pads. I need to double check that. Yes, and it means old timer in a nice way. That's funny. It's fine. I'm good with it. I still can figure lots of things out is what I tell them. And life experience. Yes, kids. Hannah's doing the little smacking in the forehead. Yes. I always think it's just kind of funny. They have all kinds of funny things that I don't get, and then they roll their eyes and laugh at me. And I'm like, I'm fine not knowing. I'm absolutely fine. Sue B says, I want one but can't decide on mini Minc or full-size Minc. Okay, so I will tell you, when I bought my Minc originally, I still scrapbooked a little bit, and so I thought, I'm going to need it because I want to do home decor and scrapbooking with it. And you know how many times I've actually done that? Like 2. And I've not even scrapbooked. I've just made like 2 letter-size things. I have used it more for sentiment strips. They also sell like toner sheets you can die cut, and then you can foil the die cuts. I've done that before as well. And those are all small, so I would say get the mini. If you're on the fence, mini is the way to go. Yes, okay, good. Christine, you heard that too. Heidi said re-inkers are coming for that. Yes, we're boomers and proud of it. Susie, I couldn't agree more. They're saturated inks. I think it has something to do with the color and the fact that they're foam. Yes, I think that is why it's called that. Yeah, I am not technically a boomer. You're right, Lori. I think that's just the thing that the kids call anyone who's an adult. Susie says I made her laugh. Yes. Yeah, and Linda, I agree. I always figure I'm better off not knowing. Catherine Pooler, Chris says, Catherine Pooler says it's a love tap on foam so it doesn't get too sloppy. I would totally second that. That's a very good way to say that. That's a great definition. You can print things using your laser printer to foil. Yes, I have a laser printer and I do that all the time. So if you want to make your own like quote or whatever and then foil it and frame it, you can do that. You could do your own sentiment strips for cards. I mean, the possibilities are really, really endless. Oh yeah, Lori, no, that is, my birth year is 75. So I'm not a boomer. The kids just like to call me that. Tracy Daisy says she's officially a boomer. Yeah, I'm Gen X. Kelly has it right. Thank you. Yep, now you guys all know. That's funny. All right. Well, thank you guys. Tina says she's a millennial. Yay. I love that there's so many of us from all age groups and we all are joined together with this card making hobby that we all love. That just makes me so excited. Gen X in the house. Yeah, Hannah says I remember when 30 was old. Me too. And now I'm like, 30? Can we go back there? This is how Lisa says she makes foiled frames. She prints them on her laser and foils. Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful idea. Susie says I'm a baby. Thanks. I don't feel like one. Let me see. Jana says her daughter rolls their eyes when she has issues with my phone. Yeah, what is that? So I can't just figure it out. And they roll their eyes. So annoying. Esmeralda, you and I are about the same age. Oh, thank you guys. Tracy says she did a Santa letter for her niece, foiled it in red. I bet that was beautiful. Oh, how fun. Christine says that this craft arena is what brings our generations together. I agree. Sue, I don't think that foam is better than felt. It's just another option. So I like both. I don't think one is necessarily better than others. Yes, I love, love, love YouTube Bunny. It is my very favorite platform. Anyone that I watch who does streams on both, this is what I watch it on. I always watch YouTube. Yes, go get some coffee, Lori says. Absolutely. Oh, good. Cindy looked up her order from Amazon. Thank you. That is so cool. Thank you so much. Hale Yeah says 1992. Man, that makes me feel really old. I love it though. Oh my gosh. Rebecca, you're right. Keanu Reeves is 57 today. Really? How'd that happen? Oh, the ink and garden spot. That's so cute. I don't act my age. I'm old enough to know better, but still too young to care. I love that. Yes, this is our friend time every Friday morning. I love it. Okay, so don't forget, no live next Friday. I'm going to spend the weekend with some of my friends in person, so I won't be here. But again, I hope that the 2 lives this week kind of made up for that. Oh, another one born in 92. Tina, nice. Let me see. Oh, good. The Ink and Garden Spot says she's heading to Dick Blick to get a mini Minc. Oh, fantastic. That is good to know. Oh, there went my chat and I saw a question. Hannah wants to know if I have a favorite ink brand. Probably Distress Ink. But you guys, I like a lot of different inks. The inks I have and use: Distress Ink, Distress Oxide, Lawn Fawn, Simon Says Stamp, Pink Fresh Studios. Is that it? Feels like there's something I'm missing. That's probably the main ones. Those are the main inks. I mean, a lot of inks, it's just if the colors and if you like them. Let me see if there's any more questions. Created by Zoe. I did get my new black ink pad. Thank you. And I also ordered that gnome house, so that is on its way to me. Yay! Oh gosh. So my chat is just flying by. Yep, everyone head out, grab a snack, grab coffee, grab your favorite drink, grab some water, whatever it might be, maybe lunch, and head on over and watch the Simon live. I will have a new video for you tonight. I do think I probably will stay up and premiere and chat with you guys a little bit like I did last night. It's a little bit longer video than last night's. So we'll chat for maybe about 22 minutes or so tonight. And I guess that's about it. Whoever guessed right, which I did see it, I'm going to run back and go grab that. I will be in contact with you this evening because I don't want to let anyone know too soon. I will let you know. I'll DM you or message you here. Grab your email, and send you your $25 gift certificate to Simon. Thank you guys. I will try to do that randomly here and there in the videos just as a fun little way for interacting and just to give back. I love you guys. Thank you. Have a fantastic weekend. To my replay crew, I love you guys. Thank you for catching it in replay. And I will see you in the next live. Thank you. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.